Well, let's take a look at the old financial page and see how we did today. Sit down, big boy. Atta fella. Let's see. Commodities. Aha. D10. D10. Love those new potatoes. Potatoes are the thing for me. Love those new potatoes. Da-ba-da, ecstasy. Da-ba-da, P for potatoes. Potato. Oh, dear heaven. That can't be right. That's a disaster. Now, 3.5%. 3.5%. Oh, Kevin's right. I'm not cut out for this kind of nonsense. Okay. $8,000 times .035 equals 280 times 10 equals. Oh, no. Another day like this and we all be on the bread lines. $2,800.
Hello.
Ah, well. And how'd you find John Reed Ryan?
Delicious.
Surprised to see you?
Yeah, Ma had him in the bathtub, but out he came, soap and all.
Now tell me something, because I honestly don't know. He is special, isn't he? I mean, little John Ryan really is brighter and funnier than other people his age.
Well,
There's no argument about that around here.
How could he escape brilliance? It is in his genes.
Now, no more of that. Now, we'll have enough of that. Come on.
Hey, where are you off to?
Dinner?
Uh-huh.
Some calls first.
Yes, always calls. These days he has a phone grafted to one ear.
And while we're in Riverside, there's a 20-minute stop I'd like to make.
Certainly.
I haven't been over to Edmund's grave since they put up the stone. I'd like to stop by there tonight.
Of course. If you'd like, I can stay here with Maeve and Johnny.
No, that's not necessary. I'd like your company if you want to come along.
Fine.
Hey,
Thank
listen.
you.
I'll drop by here tomorrow morning if you have a chance. If not, I'll catch you next trip.
Right. So long.
So long.
Good night, John.
Good night.
Hello?
D, it's Johnny. What the hell's happening to new potatoes?
Well, I know. It's awful. I was just talking to Roger about it. You know, I had that feeling when Maeve cut open that rotten potato. I knew then we should sell and get into something else.
Well, why in the name of heaven didn't you, D?
Why didn't I? Because you talked me out of it, that's why.
Well, what do I know, D? I mean, what'd you listen to me for?
Johnny!
You're supposed to be the commodities expert guiding us through the jungle of the commodities market, D, right?
How can you, first of all, get mad at me, say I'm crazy for wanting to follow my intuition and get me all confused, and now you call me up and say I should have listened to my intuition. That's not fair.
You're right, D, you're right, absolutely right. I'm sorry, I apologize. It's just that I looked at the evening paper, the commodities listings, and I practically had a heart attack, D. D, I'm in big trouble.
Well, so am I. Look, I'm sorry, but I'm just too upset to talk about it now. I'll call you tomorrow, okay?
Yeah, D, look, I never said I wanted to get out now.
We'll figure it out then.
Yeah, okay, sure. Good night, D. Although what's good about it, I don't know.
Ryan and little John have had their baths, and they're in their PJs, and they're just waiting for you to read to them, darling.
Oh, well, I'll be up in a minute.
Something wrong, John?
What? No. Nah. Listen, I haven't a thing in the world on my mind to worry about now, except whether to read Ryan, Mother Goose, or that story of the little fire engine to Little John. Let's go upstairs. Peas porridge hot, peas porridge cold, peas porridge in the pot, 9 days old. Some like it hot, some like it cold, some like it in the pot, 9 days old. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You can say that again. All right, one more before bedtime. What'll it be? Here's our favorite. Finn, this is one of your favorites. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to fetch her poor dog a bone. See, here's Mother Hubbard. See the little funny hat and a little cute doggy. But when she came there, the cupboard was bare. Oh, see, and so the poor dog had none. She went to the baker's to buy him some bread, but when she came back, the poor dog was dead.
Oh,
Yeah, well, she went to the joiner's to buy him a coffin, but when she came back, the poor dog was laughing.
you better quit while you're ahead, John.
Yeah, I think so, too. She went to the barber's to buy him a wig, but when she came back, he was dancing a jig. See him dancing. The dame made a curtsy. The dog made a bow. The dame said, "Your servant." The dog said, "Bow, wow." You see? It all turned out all right after all. And that's about it for tonight. Time for
I
bed.
think so. It's about
You better
time
take
to
them
get
off.
to bed. Yes, I will.
Sweetheart, you brush your teeth, huh? You say your prayers, little John?
Yes.
Okay, see you in the morning.
Hang on to the bag.
Good night, sweetheart. Good night, sweethearts.
Yes, we go, girl.
Bye. See you in the morning. Bye. Bye.
Say bye.
Night.
All right, I got your pink blanket on your bed because it's going to get chilly, they say. Oh, Finn is just fine. He's just so good. Oh.
Yes, Finn, you're a good boy. You certainly are. You're the best old dog in the whole wide world. I know what you want. You're asking me for a bone. But there's nothing here. The cupboard's bare. There's nothing for you to eat. Not even a dog biscuit. Poor fella. We just have to starve to death is all. Poor old fella. Poor old boy. I'm sorry.
Darling,
What is it?
here's a question that I don't know how to ask.
Anything, sweetheart, anything. Oh, your hands are like ice.
Mind you, I'm not complaining, understand?
Oh, you never have.
And I don't want you to take this as a criticism
Of what?
of your investment planning.
Oh.
But is there anything left for us to burn for fuel? The table's gone. The chairs are gone.
Right.
The stools are gone. And last night we burned the door leading upstairs. Now, it's not for myself I'm asking, mind you. But the babes, the babes are upstairs. They're shivering in the beds.
There's one thing.
No, John, no! Not the bar.
I must.
No, you can't. We've got to keep up appearances for Francis' sake.
You're right. The rest of the world must never know what the father of a United States senator has done to his family.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
But I am the one who's to blame. I plunged in commodities. I got in the way of these intuitions. Forgive me,
No,
sweetheart.
I forgive you, darling. I know that you did it all for my sake.
Oh, yeah.
Delia? Delia?
I can't stay, really. The limousine is waiting, but I just had to drop by to bring you this little basket of goodies so you all can celebrate with me. Are you redoing the kitchen?
No.
Oh, what are we celebrating, Dee?
My latest success in commodities. I made $180,000 in 20 minutes!
Oh, howdy!
Well, Babe told me about the Irish settlements in Mexico. I bought cabbages and chilies. They both went through the ceiling. Isn't it cold in here?
Well, it is a bit brisk, but we don't mind it, mind you. I mean, we know that John Ryan is doing his patriotic duty.
What's that?
Well, he's got the thermostat turned down to 45 to preserve fossil fuel for future families.
Oh. Well, I must be off to the bank. So long now.
Thank you for the basket, Dee.
Anytime. I'll be back tomorrow for a little more inspiration, intuitively speaking. Johnny, that dog is thin.
Well, we got dinner anyways.
I'll get the babes. I'll get the babes.
Ah, well. Look what we got here, big fella. Caviar! All right, now. How do you want it? On a spoon? Or on a cracker? That's a boy. Yeah, that's a good boy. You're a good fella. Oh, yeah. That's a good fella.
Well, they're down for the count. John, is something wrong?
No, nothing at all. You don't know where Pat is tonight, do you?
I only know that he's not on duty. That's all I do know. Why?
I just want to talk about something. Can wait till tomorrow morning.
All right, we're almost there. Keep your eyes closed.
I hope we are where I think we are.
Wait and see.
All right, now, is it an apartment house or a private house? At least tell me that much.
It's a cave, actually.
Cave with a door. I love it. Can I look now?
Oh, no, I've got to check for bats first, and then toads and lizards. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay.
It's even more wonderful than I remembered.
Well, I wasn't sure you'd like coming back.
I wasn't either. But it's fine. I guess because Faith is fine. How is it for you?
Well, the same. I associate the accident with piloting the houseboat. I'm not going to be doing that tonight. Food?
Oh, yes, I think I'm about ready.
Well, it's not going to be the Cafe Budapest, you know.
Oh, I hope that poor waiter isn't still there waiting for us.
Well, I think he might be. Still waiting. On, but not for. On other people, I mean, if you follow.
Goodness, you're still drunk. I'm not. And you a bartender's son.
Now, I was only making a play on words. Waiter, waiting. Champagne makes me elegant, not drunk. Eloquent.
Cute, too. Can I help you with that?
No. I'm managing beautifully, thank you.
Let's see. Ooh, caviar.
Ah. Would Madame like a dish for same, or will she partake directly from the jar?
I'd like a bowl, a large one.
A large bowl?
Filled with water.
You're thirsty?
And, do you have any scissors?
I'm confused, but my trust is so great, I won't even pause to question. Scissors are over there, if I remember right. And...
You are about to witness an ancient family custom.
I will not be afraid.
Something passed down from my mother and her mother before that.
Great. Should I just stand back ever so slightly?
Oh, no. You must come very close. Now. You want your flowers to live, you cut the stems. Otherwise, dead overnight.
You know, you're not going to believe this, but somewhere, somehow, my mother is part Feldman. She does exactly the same thing.
Hey, you don't suppose we're related?
Well, it'd have to be awfully distant, but it could be one of those voyages, you know, where the Celts go looking for the end of the earth, and they find themselves where?
Our ancestral town somewhere in Russia. Cousin Patrick.
That is it. I mean, we felt this connection all along. We just didn't know what it was all about. Now tell me, how could it make any difference?
What?
Us, Jewish, Catholic, all I feel is close, the same.
At this moment, in this place, what I think is, it doesn't make any difference. Besides, I kind of like looking at you this way.
It's much better sitting down. This is the first time that one of us has not had to leave.
What time do you have to go back on duty?
Tomorrow.
I have the
No.
morning off, too.
We've got the whole houseboat to ourselves if we can stay as long as we want. Shall we have supper now?
Okay.
Edmund Bolak. It's all right.
Really?
I'm not angry. I guess because that's the way it was. Not the truth, not the way it should have been, but the way it was.
Good. I'm glad you can be so rational about it.
I have to accept it. I have to put it all behind me. It's funny, one of the main reasons for this visit was I meant it to be a kind of goodbye. It's doubly so now. Jillian is going to pursue her own life here with Seneca, and I'm certainly free to pursue mine in Washington with you. However and whatever we decide. But I am going to miss Edmund.
Of course you will.
And he was a Ryan.
Yes. But let me point something out to you. Please?
Sure.
You have a splendid little boy who is not only a Ryan, but yours in every way. And he needs you, he adores you, and he's a perfect delight. Now, I think that you and I ought to take him back to Washington with us tomorrow for a visit. What do you say?
I'd love to do it, Ray, but the last thing I want to do is get him down there and then not have the time for him. I'd have to clear everything.
You could clear mornings and evenings and a quick lunch, and I'll take care of everything else.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I love you. I want you happy.
Give me a moment, would you please?
Sure.
What are you up to?
Hey, nothing at all.
Well, what is all that?
Well, I'm just estimating taxes, roughly, you know.
And we're going to Leavenworth.
No. Oh,
Well, the face on you, man.
sweetheart. I love my country. My son is a senator. But the thought of the IRS does not necessarily fill me with joy.
Something's up.
I don't know what you're talking about, I swear.
Hello.
Oh, I thought you were
Hi.
out to dinner.
Well, we doubled back.
We have an invitation for one John Reed Ryan.
Oh, well, I just put him down for the night.
Well, I'd like to take him back down to Washington with us. Is there any reason why that might not be a good idea?
Well, he's probably not asleep yet. I haven't seen him. What about you, John?
He'd love that. He'd love it.
Well, are you going to have time for him?
Well, night and mornings.
And in between times, I propose to take him out on the town. Just places that would be appropriate and entertaining for a 5-year-old child. The zoo, museums, monuments, things like that, with an occasional judicious pit stop for a little ice cream. Please? For his sake and for Frank's.
I understand completely, Ray.
Well, look, who could object to that? He'd love it. Take him.
I really want him to feel that wherever Frank is his home, too.
Parties, boys, and drama. Oh my! Catch up with the 5 sexy singles who are putting a new spin on Southern charm. Don't miss an all-new Southern Bells Louisville, Thursday at 10 on SoapNet.